Hey loves, welcome and welcome back to my channel. I'm Beautybyad, beauty influencer, content creator, and today we have a makeup tutorial. In this video, I'm going to be taking you on a step-by-step routine of how I created this simple, easy breezy, everyday go-to makeup look. Call it what you want. Trust your girl to be spilling some makeup tips and tricks that you won't need, and I do hope you enjoy this tutorial. If you're here for the first time, kindly click on the subscribe button to join my YouTube family. Without saying too much, let's get right into this video. I'm going to start with moisturizing, and to moisturize I'm using this Yves rocher moisturizer. After moisturizing, the next thing I'm doing is priming, and for primer I will be using this Milk Hydro Grip primer. You guys already know that this primer is like an OG on this channel. You also want to avoid applying the primer underneath your eyes in order to avoid creasing. This is already like an anthem on this channel because every time I do a makeup tutorial I make sure to mention that. So I'm done with priming. You can see how sticky this primer is. It really allows makeup or complexion products to glide in smoothly and stay put. So quickly, the next thing I'm going to do is to apply my foundation, and for foundation I'll be using the Beautybyad foundations. I'm basically mixing these two shades to get my perfect shade. Lately I have been applying my complexion products with my brush first. If you know me and if you've been an OG on this channel, you know that this girl hardly ever used brushes before, and I like to apply my foundations with a brush first because it basically just flattens it and helps it blend easily. And I'm going in with my foundation brush. It's a flat top brush, as you can see. So I'm starting from this side of my face and just gradually blending upwards. So the next step is to conceal, basically what we know as highlight and contour. And to highlight, I like to start with a concealer shade that is very close to my skin tone. And to do this, I'll be using the Zikel Cosmetics concealer in the shade New York. You can choose to apply this with a flat brush or with an applicator, but because we're not trying to waste time, I'm going to be applying it with the applicator. So I'm just going to let that sit for a few seconds, and while that is sitting, I will go ahead to contour. And to contour, I'll be using the Zikel Cosmetics concealer in the shade Capetown. This concealer isn't dark enough for me, but that doesn't matter because I would still be setting with a dark shade of powder as well as bronzing, so we're going to make this work. So I have already let the concealer underneath my eyes sit for a bit, and I'm just going to blend that out quickly. And to do that, I'm using my beauty blender. It's damp, but I still feel like it has some water in it, so I'm just squeezing it out with the paper towel. I just want to make sure that once you squeeze it, there's no water pouring out. We see that we have already built some form of coverage underneath my eyes. Now I can go ahead and highlight with the lighter shade. And to do that, I'll be using the Beautybyad concealer in the shade Bad 04. So I like to apply with a flat brush. I'm just applying it gently underneath my eyes and focusing it at the inner corners of my eyes. So once again, while I'm letting the concealer that I applied underneath my eyes sit for a few, I'll go ahead to blend the areas that I applied the dark shade of concealer to contour. And to do that, I'll be using my beauty blender. This beauty blender is from Morphe Brushes. You guys obviously cannot see what I contoured because the contour shade is really light. It isn't dark at all, but yeah, like I said, we're going to make this work. And I'm basically just starting from these sides, blending out the corners first, and then gradually going inwards. So I'm done with that. I feel like I need more coverage underneath my eyes, so I'm going in with the same concealer. I'm just going to focus it at the inner corners, but basically where I feel like needs more coverage. With the remaining concealer on my brush, I'm just going to lightly reverse contour as we didn't contour. So this is going to create some form of definition around my cheekbone area. While I'm letting that sit, I'm just going to blend around the other areas of my face as well as this area that I just applied concealer, because I don't want that much coverage under here. The point is just to create some form of definition. Can we see the definition? So this is what reverse contour is called. I am going to blend it out a lot more. I'm going to blend it out better with the brush that I used to apply my foundation. I just wanted to show you guys by reverse contour. I'm just going over it to give it, to make it look more simple. You can see that there's more definition. And now that I feel like the concealer that I applied underneath my eyes have settled more, I am going to blend it out with the same brush. So now that I'm done with concealing and highlighting, the next step is to set. And the first areas that I'm going to set are the areas that I highlighted, basically because I highlighted underneath my eyes, and as you can see, your under eyes creased a lot more than other areas of your face, and because I want to avoid that, I'm going to quickly set underneath my eyes first, as well as every other area that I applied the lighter shade of concealer. Highlight. So the first thing I do before setting or baking is to set underneath my eyes with a compact powder, and to do that I'll be using this Beautybyad compact powder in the shade Bad 02. So before I go ahead to set underneath my eyes with the powder, I always like to make sure that I have blended out underneath my eyes again, just to be sure that no area is creasing, because if you set any creased area, the makeup stays that way, so it stays creased, and I do not want any creases. So I'm just going underneath my eyes with the same brush. So once I'm sure that I have blended out any form of creasing underneath my eye, I go ahead to set with my compact powder. So I'm done with setting underneath my eye with a compact powder, and you can see how everything is now in place. So the next thing I'm going to do is to set with a loose powder or setting powder, and to do that I'll be using the Juvias setting powder in the shade Whitesands. So using my beauty blender, I'm just going to gently dab into the setting powder, as you can see, and I dab off the excess at the back of my palm, and then I go ahead to set. So the next thing I'm going to do is to set the areas of my face that I contoured, even though I didn't really contour. But yeah, we're going to set that, and to do that I will be using the Zikel Cosmetics palette. I'm just going to be using this dark shade here. So as you can see, my face is looking a lot more structured. Basically, we've set the areas that I highlighted and the areas that I contoured. Now we're going to set the whole face so this whole look can come together. And to do that, I'll be using the same powder that I used to set underneath my eyes, which is the Beautybyad powder. I'm just going to use my powder brush to apply this. I have set my whole face and I'm going to do my eyes off camera and come back to finish this one. So as you can see, I've gone ahead to do my eyes off camera, my brows and the lashes. Now I'm going to move to the next step. So if you know me, you know that I'm a cream blush type of girl, but today I do not have that time, and also because I'm doing a step-by-step beginner-friendly routine, I want to show you the easiest ways to maneuver your makeup look. I'm going to be using a powder blush from Morphe brushes. So I'm applying the blush shade on my cheekbones. I really love the shade of this blush. It's baby pink and it kind of sinks into the skin, as you can see. So it's not really doing too much, and I really like that because it fits the everyday makeup theme. You can never actually go wrong with blush. I love how this looks already. I can actually leave makeup like this. I'm going to be using this Hegai Esther highlighter palette. I'm using this shade here. So now that I'm done with that and my face is looking put together, we're almost done with this look. The last thing is the lips, of course. So I like to line my lips first. Initially, I always used to line my lips with the liner, and then I realized that I could actually line my lips with a dark shade of lip gloss or lipstick. But today, I'm going to line my lips with a liner. You can skip this stage if you want, but I wanted to give my lips more definition, as you can see. So now that I've successfully lined my lips, I'm going over the lined area with this dark shade of gloss. So we can see that we have successfully created definition on my lips. And because I'm going for an ombre nude lipstick, I'll be going over with a nude shade to apply at the centers of my lips. This is literally my go-to lipstick anytime I'm in a hurry, or if I'm trying to create an everyday makeup look or just a very simple look. I'll just pop up my ombre lip gloss and go. You can decide to top this up with gloss, which I usually like to do, but I don't think I'll be doing this for this look. I already love how this is looking. Last but not the least, I'm going to set this whole look, and to do that I'll be using the Beautybyad setting mist. So I set my whole face and put myself together, and can we see how we are looking? This is literally the easiest, fastest, step-by-step everyday makeup look. I mean, you can do away with the lashes, or you could choose to go with a more natural type of lash. But if you're the lash girl and you want to show up, I mean, you can do this. It's not so dramatic, but I love how this look turned out. What do you guys think? I am obsessed, and if you know me, you know that this is my type of look. Like, you'd hardly ever see me pop colors on my face, colors on my eye. If I'm going to add eyeshadow to this look, I would go for a very simple soft eyeshadow shade, or no eyeshadow shade at all, like I did. Once again, thank you for getting to this part of my video. I do have other helpful makeup tutorials. Feel free to scroll through my channel, watch a video or two, share this video, like this video, and drop cute comments for me. As you already know, I love responding to you guys, so let me know what you guys think about this look, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel. See you next time.